Hearts alight with giving glow, side by side through highs and lows. Together find a way to show love that only grows. Lee and Betty's guiding star shines on missions near and far, helping hands like we were one till the day is done. Spread love's light through the night, Mission 22 in sight, hearts burning bright. Wreaths across the winter snow, each a promise we bestow, honoring those who let us know freedom's seed we sow. In the shadows be the spark, light a fire in the dark. With one voice we'll make our mark, together we'll embark. Through the valleys we unite, every step a gleaming light. With the Johnsons guiding sight, we make the world right.
JJDrones, they take the load, winging it with friends in tow. Life on the screen, you watch the show. Laughs and chatter in the air, nothing to hide, nowhere rare. Live stream fire, join the flare, adventures wild without a care. Tune in live, don't be late. JJDrones, if they communicate. Stories bold, videos great. Join the team, feel the faith. Tech and travel, flying high. Questions answered, never dry. Drones and gadgets touch the sky. All the news, no alibi. Underneath the digital sun, friends and fun, they are the one. Learning's cool with a twist of fun. Hit subscribe, the ride's begun. Tune in live, don't be late. JJDrones, if they communicate. Stories bold, videos great. Join the team, feel the faith. She said media brings the answers. Droning veteran shows disasters. TJ and Gary make us laugh, while the train wreck clears the path. Tune in live, don't be late. JJDrones, if they communicate. Stories bold, videos great. Join the team, feel the faith. Join the team, feel the faith.
I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with me, and we'll see you later on down the road.
I'm Karl Marx, and I approve this message.
And it's JJDrones Live. Welcome to the train wreck. Thank you for coming. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk today. Thank you for coming in today. We had a little bit of an issue going up on Facebook, and I think we got that up and running. So if you're on Facebook, definitely leave a comment and let me know that it's going live. But here we go. It's going to be a show. If you'd like to have one of your videos featured on my website, email me, jason@jjdrones360.com. And for everything JJDrones related, go to jjdrones360.com. And if you're going to be doing some shopping, use my Amazon links. It's jjdrones360.com/Amazon1. And if you would like to donate to the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity, you can use our links over on the website, jjdrones360.com/donate. And our Spreadshirt shop is now open. It's jjdrones.myspreadshop.com. And if you'd like to submit a video for Blinker Fluid of the Week, email dandroningveteran@gmail.com. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for coming in, buddy. Appreciate you being here. It is going to be one heck of a show, and it's going to be a good show because we're going to be auctioning off a quilt today. And we have the person that made the quilt and her husband that are going to be on, along with Brian and Gary. But before we go and do that, I just want to let everybody know that we're at 151809 right now in donations for Wreaths Across America. So thank you, Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. Hey, Mom, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were able to make it in. So she came in on YouTube, so I don't know if the Facebook is up and running yet. And I am actually able to look over there, and it is like way, way behind. So I apologize if you're usually watching on Facebook, because right now it is just not, Facebook is not cooperating. Oh, there it is. It is up. So I guess we'll see. So we do have the, like I said, the donations of $1,518.09. I will bump that up to $1,530, but with the quilt auction today, hopefully we're able to raise some more money for Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. But before we get much further into the show, let's bring in our guests of honor today. We have got Gary from Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, Brian from Cheesehead Media, and Kathy and Ken from 906 Quilting. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us, Jason.
Well, I don't know the last time that you've been on, but my dad has been making his maple syrup for a while, and they are our official sponsor of the JJDrones program, the Johnson Juice.
I've got the cocktail sauce and the Johnson Juice mixed in, so what I'm going to do is just swallow drizzle, swallow swizzle, a little bit of that on there. Now we're going to talk about these tuna chunks, tuna kebab. Here's one small piece. Tuna kebabs with Johnson Juice and cocktail sauce. It's not bad. It's really good. Talk about good improv. Thank you, Johnson Juice. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Great organization.
Nothing tastes better, all thanks to you.
Thank you, Johnson Juice, for your sponsorship of this train wreck of a show. And we do have our Blinker Flu of the Week this week, even though Dan's not here because he was able to send it to me. But this week's Blinker Flu of the Week is going to be strawberry raspberry or strawberry lemonade flavored Blinker Flu of the Week. So let's get into our Blinker Flu of the Week.
Backing up takes them 5 tries. Wrong way down a one-way street. Did you get your license from Love Tweet? Who's a blaring on the week? Still they drive on like a clown. Stop sign means just slow down. Congrats, you've earned our weekly crown. Ooh, too.
And it's Blinker Flu of the Week. Hey, Cassandra Clark, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, I know Cassie. And Carl Marks. Thanks for coming in, brother. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for letting me know that Facebook is actually working. And we're at week 28. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
Here's your man.
Oh my gosh.
What's peaceful? Never mind.
Please tell me the bicyclist is not involved in this. Oh, Walmart.
He's doing a U-turn.
Gonna bring you in.
Good job, Walmart.
Did a nice job, actually. Oh, well.
I think Dan has to clear off his camera every once in a while. Watch for motorcycles. I think you're supposed to turn left in that lane, but okay. That's Salt Lake City's finest in 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dan, the droning veteran. You are going to be able to vote. The poll is up. You can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. And if you want to vote number 5, go ahead and do the #5 in the chat, and then we will tally that up at the end of the program. But what we are here for today is we are here to auction off a very beautiful quilt. So thank you very much.
You are welcome. I'm glad we can participate. This is something I look forward to each year too. I don't know how many of you are aware that my husband is a service-connected disabled vet. And so the project, the Johnson Memorial is something that actually is pretty near and dear to me. We've been friends with your dad for I don't know how many centuries,
A lifetime.
a lifetime, and watched you grow up, Jason. So anything we can do to help in this endeavor, we are in 100%.
Well, I appreciate that, Kathy and Ken. And Ken, because of that connection to the veterans, and I have to say thank you for your service, sir. We do appreciate that. What does something like this mean to you?
It's obviously very important. It's kind of awesome. The job that you do, the number of wreaths that are spread all over the country is boggling.
It is. It truly, truly is. And last year we were able to raise a bunch of money, and this year we're on our way to making a sizable donation to Wreaths Across America and Mission 22, because we added Mission 22 as well, because one does go hand in hand with the other, because we do lose 22 veterans a day to suicide. And if we're able to drop that number down, then that's a lower amount of wreaths that we have to put on tombstones every year. So any way that we can help our veterans is what I want to do with this channel and with the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity. So it's greatly appreciated. And like I said, in the rules in the chat or in the description of the video, we're going to put go at the beginning, and we're going to run this auction towards the end of the program. So I've just put go into the chat. So anybody that wants to place a bid, you are free to place your bids now. And Brian, if you could watch for the bids to come in and star them in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. Yes, Gary.
Okay, sorry to bother you with the hand one more time, but that's my calling card. I don't have the ability to do it while I'm on the phone because the phone's on the tripod, but hopefully Brian can do this. He's a little bit smarter than the rest of us. If I'm not mistaken, the dimensions are 72 inches by 72 inches, correct?
That's
Yes.
correct. 72 by 72. And while we're talking, I'm just going to want to back up for 1 second. I believe that our grandson Callum is watching tonight as well. And I'd like to give him a shout out this summer. He and his Boy Scout troop, right? He and his Boy Scout troop went and placed flags on the graves of deceased veterans. And
Wow.
oh, David.
That is $500 from my dad right off the bat.
Wow,
Nice.
that's fabulous. So, we can't get these kids in quick enough to try to teach them citizenship, and it's things like this that do.
Yeah,
And
and
good for our
the
country.
one of the tenets of Reads Across America is teach. It's remember, honor, and teach. So the one thing that I think is really important, and you can't have the entire organization go without the knowledge that it goes with it. So it's really great that they're able to do something like that because they do have to be able to teach those as well.
Right. One of the videos I saw from last year, and it still gives me goosebumps when I think about it, was this little guy standing on the edge of the road and the convoy of trucks coming down. And he'd go like this. And of course, the trucker would blow the truck horn and then he would salute. And I just think to myself that that little boy gets it better than most adults, I think. You
Well,
know?
and that's true. That's true. That's true. The younger that they get, the more they do actually understand it, and they've actually said that generations Z right now is probably one of the most patriotic and most knowledgeable out of any of the other generations. So that's something to be said of the generation before that. That's teaching their children all
Right,
this stuff.
right.
But
Awesome.
we do have the $500 bid from my dad. He says, "Come on, guys, Kathy will deliver to me."
Yes, I will. Yes, I
Like he needs another.
will.
So,
This is
so
the only quilt that I have won an award for.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah, the only one. Maybe I'll win something next year too. Who knows?
The detailing is a little bit difficult to see from the distance, but it's there's many hours of love involved in the detailing and the needlework inside the squares on this quilt. It's pretty awesome.
Kathy, why don't you talk about how much time you put into that?
Yeah, this was a months and months long project. Some of the designs that are in here are designs that I did on my own. I guess the best way to explain is to kind of back up and give you a little bit of my background. I'm what's called a promoted instructor for Westerly templates and rulers, and so I teach. And Nancy goes with me wherever I go. So she's there with me as well. What we do is we just take simple templates and we make designs out of them. Would you hand me that right there? And we make designs out of them and we put it onto fabric. We make our quilts that way. This is a kind of a sample of what the templates look like.
Okay.
I think you can see it okay. They come in all different sizes, all different shapes
Patterns.
and patterns. And the fun part about this is that no two people do it exactly the same. So
Now, I do have some close-ups if you want to talk about some of these patterns
yeah,
that you have here.
yeah.
So let's go with this one here.
Okay, that's the center block. And that one's done basically with an arc, a ruler that's strictly an arc, and a straight edge. That's all that those templates that were used in that are 2 templates. And we just took them and put them into different configurations to make the design. So you've got the movement of the arc and the staticness of the straight template. That's what's fun, to see what you could come up with them, you know? So that was
Okay.
center.
And then
And
we've
this all
got
stitched using a like a long arm sewing machine then onto the fabric onto the
oh,
quilt.
Brian, no, actually, you want to know something? This is really kind of a cool story. This is done on a vintage sewing machine from the 1950s. It does nothing but sew straight forwards and straight backwards. And it used to be Ken's.
Oh,
But what happened is Ken let me try it out to see what I thought of it. And when I did, I decided he was never going to get it back again. It's a machine I use most often. So he had to go buy himself one. But I can actually easily show you guys the machine. Okay, I don't want anybody to get dizzy here. There it is.
oh wow.
That
Wow.
is it.
They're bulletproof.
And this machine does everything I needed to do. This quilt behind me was done actually on this machine.
Wow, that's
Very nice.
amazing.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. These machines are just awesome, awesome machines. All we need to do is go backwards and forwards. And
So this
okay,
one here.
okay, so this one is this quilt was made in rounds, where I have my center big block, and then I have several rectangles that I put on coming out of the center of the quilt. And these are done with, again, the one closest to the edge, to the right edge of the screen, is what we call a parabolic curve.
Okay.
And that design is drawn with nothing but a straight edge. There's no curves in there at all, even though you see the curves are actually an illusion. So,
Really?
yeah, yeah. And if you look way over to the left, you can see the same thing with a design in the center, but done on a really smaller scale, so that the curves are even more pronounced, even though there is no curve stitched into the quilt.
Now,
It's
what are all the center pieces made out of? The dividing pieces, I guess you could call them.
Oh, the sashing, those are joining strips, because each block was made independently, and then they were all joined together and made into a large quilt. And every bit of that was hand stitched on,
Oh, wow.
because I'm a glutton for punishment and I love to have.
Apparently so, Kathy.
Yep. Okay, here's more of the parabolic curves. And the one over on the side is what's called a clamshell. And a clamshell is just a half circle. That's it. It's a half circle arc that's done in a plethora of different sizes. And we have just a lot of different outcomes with the different sizes that we use.
Now I can see that. Go ahead, Ken.
I was just going to say we did some impromptu math. Kathy and I were having fun, and I said if she got paid 50 cents per hour for the time that she has into this quilt, this would be a $10,000 quilt.
Yeah. No, I definitely believe that.
Right.
But now, how do you figure, because you've got different pieces are of different sizes all put together? How do you figure out how to design that?
sometimes I follow a pattern. Some of these were followed out of a pattern, but most of them come from in here. I look at those templates. I sit down with a piece of paper and a pencil. It's like, remember the old spirographs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we do. But we can take and we use a lot of these rulers, which are, oh, I can't do that. Crosshair rulers. This has 16 crosshairs on it.
Okay.
And what I do is just repeat on all 16 lines or 8 lines or however many lines I decide to put on. But yeah, a lot of them come out of my brain.
Wow. That is amazing.
It
Uh,
just goes to show you how scrambled my brain is.
well, we got one more here that we can show of a close-up of the quilt. And
Oh,
these are absolutely beautiful, especially the one on the right-hand side on the it kind of looks almost 3D.
that is again a parabolic curve done with a very small scale. Yeah. Those those are some of the first things that I teach my students to do is the parabolic curves, because I think once you see that and you're able to recreate that, it makes you understand that anything is possible.
And that's truly amazing, because I would think that that would be something that would take months to figure out how to do.
It takes a while, but you know what? It's also an art that anyone can pick up. You have to practice it. There's no doubt about it. My students get sick and tired of hearing me say when they ask a question, how do you do something? The answer is 99% of the time, practice. Yep.
Now, Kathy, you last year when we had you on the show, you had a very small. You were just getting your channel up and running on 906 Quilting Services, and I just want to put a plug out there for your channel, 906 Quilting Services, there on YouTube. She's actually doing a coffees with Kathy in the morning segments where you teach and have coffee with people from all over the world. And you're actually doing your own sewing and quilting classes online as well. So if you want to learn how to quilt or how to sew or do anything of that nature, go check out her channel, 906 Quilting Services, here on YouTube, and go subscribe, because she puts out a lot of good content. And if you're looking to learn how to do something like this, you definitely would want to do that. Because, and how often do you upload, Kathy, or how often do you go live?
Twice a week, Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Central Time, Wednesday mornings at 8 a.m. Central Time. As of the first of the year, I will be doing a third weekly live show, and that will be incorporating embroidery and ruler work together.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I've been working on some projects for that. Um, there's gonna be some new things coming out next year. Um, out of So Steady and out of me. You know? Ken, I'm so blessed. Ken helps me with my lives. He's here to answer questions, to not answer questions, but to feed me questions. And he's gotten to know the gals quite well. They call him the king of emojis. So it's fun. It's really a family thing. It's a
It's
lot of
No, it's great that you could involve Ken in that, because I mean, otherwise Ken's just going to get in trouble doing other things, right?
Well, yeah,
fun.
uh, Kathy has 3 screens going, as well as doing her thing on the machine, the teaching, and it's difficult for her to monitor. It could be impossible to do all 4 things at the same time.
Right. And
So I
Kat,
kind of monitor what's going on, and if there's something important, I get her attention somehow.
and Haley put up your YouTube channel in the chat. So thank you for putting that up there, baby girl. I appreciate that.
Thanks,
And just
Haley.
remember, we do have the $500 bid up so far, and we're still looking for bids. We're going to take bids till the end of the program. So keep on, or try and outbid my dad, guys,
Yeah.
because this is a very, very really nice quilt. Not only that, but anything that you pay to purchase this quilt is going to a charity. So it is going to be fully tax deductible. And so definitely come in and do your bid and outbid my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And talking money too, Jason, looking at this particular quilt, and I was trying to figure it out the other day. We've got enough layers of fabric, batting, and everything in here, and thread. Lots of thread on this quilt. This is a heavy quilt. The materials alone on this quilt were right around that $500 mark.
Okay.
If you want to go into, I went to Shipshewana and did the Indiana thing because I'm a quilter. That's what quilters do. And those quilts down there were selling between $5,000 and $7,500. And honestly, they were very nice quilts. They were beautiful quilts, but they didn't have the amount of hours put into them as this one has. Yeah.
No, and I'm looking online right now if I want to get a handmade quilt off of Etsy at those dimensions. It starts at 500. I mean I mean they're not cheap because obviously you put a lot of time, work, and effort into it. It's not just the materials. This is something that you have to work on for hours and hours and hours every day. So it's I mean, to get $500 for that quilt is definitely a bargain. So anybody that's watching right now, go ahead and place your bids. I don't care if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, place your bids in the chat and we will put you up there, but you got to beat 500. So definitely go out there and show your appreciation to Kathy for making such a beautiful quilt, and go ahead and, or not go ahead, but also be making a nice donation to Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. That's what this is all about. And if you're not familiar with Wreaths Across America is a organization that goes out there and they place wreaths on headstones of our fallen soldiers all around the world, not just here in the U.S. They do it all around the world at national cemeteries. And they also do teaching of our children. They do so many different things all throughout the year. They don't just do the wreaths. So they need a lot of money in order to do things like this. Last year, we were actually able to fill the Chattanooga, Tennessee cemetery based on the donations that they received from this channel. And so, I was very honored to be able to get that information and share that with everybody. Are they going to be able to do that this year? I don't know. Are they going to be able to do it next year? I don't know. The only way that they do it is through donations from people like you. And the fact that our small channel was able to be just a small part of that is just absolutely amazing. But we raised, and Brian, you can talk to this because last year you were the one that brought up Mission 22.
So what Mission 22 is, it's a organization to help veterans. As Jason said, we lose 22 of our veterans a day to suicide. and Mission 22 is designed to eliminate that. I was introduced to it by a veteran friend of mine who works with them quite a bit. And, as Jason and I were talking outside of the stream, I kind of brought it up to him. I said, hey, I love what Weeds Across America do, but I'm kind of involved in this other charity. And I formed about it. And as we were talking, I realized that the two of them really do go hand in hand. We're not, when we lose 22 veterans a day, that's 22 wreaths a day that we now have to get forever. So if we can prevent just one wreath, I thought it was worth it. And I'm trying to say that in the best possible way, because every soldier deserves a wreath, without a doubt. But if we can delay it one, probably is the best way to say it, all the better. And it's just another wonderful organization that helps our servicemen and women.
Yes, and Gary actually was working with the Milton, Florida Wreaths Across America because of the cemetery that they have down there. Gary, why don't you talk a little bit about Wreaths Across America and what that means to you?
Well, thanks to your awareness, and I honestly had never heard about that organization before meeting you, and I just think it's such a noble cause, and had a lot of free time on my hand this year, so I decided, put your money where your mouth is, and you can talk about it or you can be about it. So I've tried to be about it because of your influence, and you're a great inspiration to so many people, and it's the more I see and learn about that organization and Mr. Lope too. Just his contribution, just adding the aspect of teaching the youth, it's tremendous. I've said this before, and my father's buried at the Delaware Veterans Cemetery in Bear, Delaware. That's where Mr. Eric Lope, he represents. I forget what the exact amount is of veterans there. It's either 20 or 30,000 there, and they have yet to fill the cemetery with wreaths. So it's a noble cause, but every year so many cemeteries do not meet their goal. So it takes a little bit of hustle.
It takes a lot of hustle, and it's a year-round thing, and that's why we start in Memorial Day and we end on Cyber Monday. We take donations all the way up through Cyber Monday, and like I said, if you want to donate, the easiest way to do it is go to JJDrones360.com/donate, because all of the links that you need in order to donate to Wreaths Across America and Mission 22 are there. You can pay through PayPal, Venmo, credit card, whatever you want to do. All of the links are there. This is the first year for the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity. It's something that basically sparked out of last year, and it sparked out of last year because of people like Kathy and Ken who are willing to put in their time and help donate a quilt like that, and people like Brian who's able to donate his time. In fact, Gary, he's helped out a lot with ideas and putting the word out there, and anybody and everybody that I've given business cards to has helped by just handing out business cards. And so there's different ways of donating, and including using the links for the Spreadshirt shop, because we raised another $10.40 just from selling a hoodie on Spreadshirt, and that's why we were up a little bit more from the week before. Everything that I'm getting from all the links that I tell you guys to donate, we're putting 100% in. There's no money going to me. There's no money going to Brian or Gary or anybody else. 100% of the money that we get, we send to these organizations. And I am very, very transparent. Every time I do a donation, and every time that I've done a donation in the past, I have posted it on Facebook, and I've posted it on YouTube so that everybody in the community can see it. There's nothing that is being held back from these organizations, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be taking a cut from anything. So every penny that you guys put into this is actually going to the charity. This isn't like the Red Cross where they pay all their executives or any organization like that. So just know that if you decide that you're going to donate, if you're going to be auctioning or putting in a bid on this quilt, that 100% of that donation is going to Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. Nobody else is taking anything from it.
Good.
Right. And there's a lot to be said for that, Jason. I personally am very proud to be a part, ever so tiny, but it's a part. And if all of us do that ever so tiny, together we're huge.
Absolutely, 100%. And that's the thing that I brought up last year, and I'm going to bring it up again just because it drives me absolutely insane. There's these huge channels that have millions upon millions of subscribers. In fact, there was one channel that during the hurricanes that has somewhere to the tune of 500,000 subscribers. And they were trying to raise money for the hurricane victims through their channel. They were able to raise $1,500 with almost 500,000 subscribers. I mean, if everybody that subscribed to their channel donated $1, that would have been $500,000, right? So I mean, you don't need to be donating a whole lot. $1, $5, $10, any little bit helps to bring up the total. I think that what's it say? Rising tide raises all boats, or something like that.
Mhm.
So if everybody does a little bit, and I'm going to steal a line from Gary. Don't go to McDonald's one day. Don't go to Starbucks one day. Take the time, or take the money that you were going to do for that, and send that to the charity like this one, who's willing to go out there and donate 100% of what you're putting in, and actually go out there and look at the charities that you donate to, because most of them do have a certain amount. I mean, the Red Cross donates 90%, so 10% of everything that they take in goes to executives. They're only getting 90% of what you guys are donating through the Red Cross. And a lot of the other charities do that as well. There's only a couple charities out there that give 100% of everything they take in, including this one. And I'm so proud of that. And I'm going to continue to do that year in and year out as long as this charity is around. I am not going to take a dime from this, because this isn't how Jason gets rich. Okay. This is not how JJDrones gets a new drone every year. This is all for the veterans, because they gave all for us. So we need to give our all for them. And that is just how I feel about it. And I think that my grandparents inspired this. I think that, they were the ones that drive me to keep on doing this year in and year out. And it's something that I'm proud of. And to be honest, if it wasn't for this charity, and everybody, I know this is no secret, this summer, I had my own personal problems going on. If it wasn't for the charity, I probably would have closed up shop, and that would have just been the end of it. So the charity is what kept this channel going, and the charity is going to be what keeps this channel going, whether it stays JJDrones or not. And as of right now, it's staying JJDrones, because I've got plenty of videos that I have planned. I just have to have the time to do it. Haley says, we are still seeking small donations for Wreaths Across America Mission 22. If you feel like you can't bid tonight, anything helps. And that's absolutely right. There's There's links in the description of the video, and there's a link linked at the top of the chat. Yes, Gary.
I would like to make a small comment. Hopefully it's not really considered small, but you may not know this or realize it, but there could be a veteran watching tonight that is in distress. Matter of fact, I know of one. And so I would rather see somebody draped in Kathy's quilt than an American flag. So we're here to help anybody, in our own possible way to, that's, we're here to honor them, not disrespect them. And that's about all I can say. I know that my message didn't come out too clearly, but I know what my heart's trying to say.
I thank you, Gary, and I thank Gary for everything that he does down there in Florida, trying to help out with Wreaths Across America and with the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity. He puts out videos always mentioning the charity and trying to get donations through that way. And Brian's been a huge help as well. And then Kathy, you are more than a small part of this. Putting your heart and soul and all of your time and effort and money into making a quilt like you do. The Tony that won last year, he was more than happy with the quilt that he got. In fact, after that, I know that you guys got in touch. I don't know if you guys were able to work out anything with another quilt, but he was very happy with the one that he got. In fact, I was talking to him today. He said that his wife absolutely loves it. So, you did such a great job last year. You outdid yourself this year. You definitely outdid yourself. And I am honored to call you a friend and to have you a part of the charity and the channel. And I'm just so proud of what you built over there at 906 Quilting Services, because this is something that I know that you can build and something that you can have fun with Ken. I wasn't aware that he was, your producer and your cameraman, but,
He's also a quilter.
he's also a quilter. So there you go.
I can help you out there. There's an old saying, you may have heard it, that if you hang around a barbershop long enough, you end up getting a haircut.
That's true.
That's how I became a quilter.
That's so true.
That's funny.
I can definitely tell you that veterans issues, because I've lived with a veteran the majority of my life, and he also worked at the VA, so we've had kind of an inside track a lot of how I want to put this delicately. Some of the problems that veterans face, and they're problems that people like us who've never served don't understand. And there's people who do understand and help each other. Ken worked as a service officer, helping others to navigate sometimes, difficult waters, so to speak. And if there's veterans out there right now who are listening, who are not sure where to turn, what to do, my advice is reach out. Because not only the veterans who are working in the VA system, but the non veterans are there for the same reason that I do this for this charity. It's a labor of love. It's wanting to reach out, wanting to honor the service that was done for us. These men and women have, in essence, said, I will die for you if that's what I need to do to keep you all safe, like the saying in the song, sleep well tonight. Know that we're out there protecting you. And that's what they're doing. And they're giving so much of their lives that this is just a small token back. It really is. As I said, it's a labor of love. And as long as I'm alive, I hope that I can keep contributing to veterans' causes.
And as long as I can continue on this channel, I'm going to continue on to be doing my fundraising for Wreaths Across America and Mission 22. As of right now, well, as of before this live stream, we had, let's see here. Let me go to my totals here, because this is a professional show, so I've got everything, you know, right at the ready. Okay, so we had there it is. So we had $1,518.09, and I was going to bump that up to $1,530 if there were no other donations. So what that actually came out to be was 44 wreaths for Wreaths Across America and $765 for Mission 22. And all of that is thanks to all of the people that are watching this right now, that have been watching all year round. And most of these are smaller donations. These
Hey,
aren't.
Gary, Jason,
Yeah.
make that 1550.
Wow. Thank you, Brian.
Nope, not a problem.
Now let's make it 1,600.
Wow. Thank you so much. We got. So that's going to be $50 from Kathy and Ken. So thank you so much for that. And that is going to be, I can't do math, Brian. 1550. So that's $20 from Brian. So there you go. So we got 20 from Brian, Kathy, and Ken. Thank you so much. And like I said, you don't have to do huge donations. We're looking for the $5, $10, $20 donations. We're looking for the bigger bids for stuff like this, where we're bidding on a quilt. But all the rest of the year, we're always going to be looking for those smaller donations. So if we're up to 1,600, and my dad's got the high bid at 500 right now, so by the end of this live stream, we'll be at $2,100 that we're able to split up.
Something else I should show you.
Oh, wow. That is beautiful.
This is a short run of fabric called Alexandria's. It's very colorful and it's very ornate. It's pretty fabric. I just love it.
That's beautiful.
The back is totally different than the front.
And we have another $15 from Cassie.
Oh, thanks, Cassie and Callum.
Thank you so much, Cassie.
Yeah, let's see if I could try and put that up on camera there.
Keep it.
Here we go.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
got
in
it.
focus, so you should have gotten it though.
Yep. I definitely
I just want people to know that I'm not just saying it. I'm did it right here. So
yep. And it's super easy to do. And if you're watching the replay on this, the links to donate are in the chat. And if you're not, or not in the chat, but in the description of the video. And if you're not sure how to do that, like I said, it's super easy. Just go to JJDrones360.com, go to the donate tab in the upper left-hand corner of the website, and it brings you to all of the ways that you can donate. You can donate by credit card, debit card, PayPal. We've got it all covered. And it's really, really appreciated that everybody has been able to do that for the charity. So we're going to be, we're going to keep going until Cyber Monday. So if you're going to do any shopping on Amazon, go use my Amazon links. And Brian, I think I should probably do a tutorial on how to do that, don't you?
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
So if you're going to be shopping for Christmas, let's say you're going to do Black Friday shopping or you're going to be shopping right now, it's super easy to do. And I'm going to show you how to do it so that when you go and you do your shopping on Amazon, you are able to actually help the charity without even knowing that you're doing it, because it doesn't cost you anything extra. It's not like um, it's not like Amazon's going to say, well, you're doing this for another channel, so we're going to up your cost. No, everything is exactly the same. So all you have to do is go to my website, and if you're going to do the donate, all you have to do is click that donate and then scroll down, and all of the links are right here. You can donate to PayPal with no fees. You can use Venmo, Reach Across America using PayPal. Use let's see here. Where is Venmo? Oh, yeah, right there, Venmo. Duh. We even have Square. Nobody has used Square, so I don't even know why I still have it. But that is how you can do that. But if you're going to go on Amazon, all you have to do is click on the Amazon button. Now, you don't have to buy anything on here. All you have to do is click on any one of these links. So let's just click on this link here. Now we're on Amazon. So we've got these lights. All you have to do is type in whatever you're looking for. Let's say tube socks. That is the one thing that I've always done before. So now that you're here, if you want to do 500 orders of these tube socks, click on that, hit add to cart, and then check out. And then this Amazon will actually give us a portion of your cost or of the fees to this channel. And
you're going to buy those
the,
purple ones, aren't you, Jason?
Well, I've already got them on order, Brian.
Oh, okay.
Minnesota purple.
Should go downstairs.
It's up to you.
Go ahead, Gary.
I said Minnesota purple.
Oh, no. Sorry, Gary, we can't be friends anymore. It was nice knowing you.
Purple people eater.
I'm going to take my leave. Our dogs are winning the battle. I got to go downstairs.
Thank you so much for joining us today,
Thank you,
Ken. I
Ken, for
appreciate
joining
you
us.
being here.
Thank you sir, for your service. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
You too. And we're at the last 2 minutes of the show. And so if you are going to want to bid, now is the time to do it. We've got a $500 bid from my dad. So you have to bid over 500 to have the winning bid. But before we do that, our blinker fluid of the week is not even close. So the winner of this week's Blinker Fluid of the Week Awards is going to be number one. Number one won it at 63%. And I didn't even see number 5 in there.
No, I didn't either. I was watching for it.
Hey, TJ, thank you so much for coming in. I know that you're working, buddy, but I'll definitely give you a holler tomorrow. But looks like we are going to be closing out the bidding. We've got $500 going once. We've got $500 going twice. And the final bid is going to be $500 from my dad for the quilt.
Brian, hold on. Brian has his hand up, I think. Hold on.
No, it's counting down.
Oh, okay. Come on, Brian. I thought you had another bid there, bro.
And just so that I stick with the rules here, I'm going to put the red stop in the chat, because that is what I said in the rules were going to be. So that is the end of the bidding, and the winner of the quilt is my dad for $500. So thank you so much, Dad, for being in here and for putting up that money, and that quilt is going to look really, really good in your house.
I will
Nice.
deliver.
That's a short delivery, Kathy.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We still have to get together and get you up on pirate ship too, so that you could have cheaper shipping costs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I will get with you on that. I just remind me because I'm so scatterbrained.
Not a problem.
But
Hey, Kathy.
we've come to. Go ahead, Gary.
Kathy, I suggest once you deliver, before you hand that over,
Mhm.
hold out for some Johnson juice before you hand it over to them.
They keep me well supplied. It goes
Good.
on my oatmeal every morning.
Good, good.
Well, we've come to the end of today's live stream, and the way that I like to end off the show is like to give everybody the last word, and we'll start with Kathy and work our way around.
Thank you. Thank you for supporting Jason. Thank you for supporting Reefs Across America. And thank you for supporting Vision 22. Is it Vision 22?
Mission 22.
Mission 22. Don't stop supporting. Our veterans need us.
Absolutely. Brian?
I'm just going to echo the same thing. Do whatever you can, even if you can't give monetarily. I know Reefs Across America is always looking for volunteers to help lay wreaths. Now is the time to start signing up. Find out where the nearest cemetery near you is that they're going to be coming to, and just donate your time.
Gary?
Well, I usually say different things, but tonight I'm going to say Ken's one example of somebody we need to say thank you to. You know, we respect his service, his dedication to our country. So thank you, Ken, and many veterans like Ken. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate everyone for being here, because even if you can't donate money, all the money that I make through the YouTube channel also goes to support Reefs Across America. Not everybody knows that, and the best way that I can get the most money out of my channel is by having views. And so go back and watch some of my videos. You don't even have to do anything except just play a video. So, that makes it super easy. If you don't have the money to give, just go watch some videos and be entertained, and you're helping a very worthy cause. Let's see here. I didn't get a notification until 7:30 for YouTube. It showed up 17 minutes ago. I don't think I got one on Facebook at all, but oh, I'm sorry, Journey. I do appreciate you coming in, but we're actually closing up the show. So, but I do appreciate you checking in, and hope to see you on our next live stream. But I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with us, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye, everybody. And
That was fun.
Yes, it was.
Definitely.